contested game as we start the second quarter. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, Steve and Clark, your thoughts?
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Celtics, Rondo and the Jet, Jason Terry in the backcourt. Brandon Bass and Kevin Garnett, the duo inside, and it's Williams at the 3 slot. Celtics leading by 4.
You know, throughout the history of the NBA, the Celtics have been such a constant presence in the postseason that it's hard to imagine the playoffs without seeing the green. Every year the players change, but the Celtics mystique is always in it, and that team is always hanging around.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Pass. Jamison covering. Blake with it. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Kobe against Terry. And Kobe throws it down home.
You know, the dunk was great, but I didn't care for that interior defense there, guys. It was non-existent.
You're right, Clark. You know, it was way too easy. I don't think the coach liked it either. Look at that face.
It doesn't get much easier than that. They have got to tighten up their defense. That was embarrassing.
It's really the mark of a great franchise. Boston expects great things from the Celtics each year, and more often than not, Steve, they deliver.
Yeah, you don't get all those banners that they have in that building without executing in the postseason. That's what this Celtic team has done the last few years. So they play together, they've played hard, they defend, and they're at their best when their best is needed.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. He passes it to Blake. Here's the 3. The rebound by the Celtics. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And you chalk that loss up to poor shooting, guys. There was very little flow to their offense, and they really didn't find quality shots.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. It's a combination of poor execution and then no quality shots. They seem far too focused on doing it themselves, going solo, playing hero ball, we like to call it, versus cohesive team play.
I'm just so impressed with his focus, Kevin, because even with the defender flying at him, he still finds a way to hit those shots on the perimeter.
And another one of his great qualities is his clutch play at winning time. And he loves those big moments and always seems to come through for him.
West drops it in from 14 feet away. West has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, when you watch Doc Rivers communicate with his team, you can see how much respect is.
The defense caught dozing off that time.
Those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
And that replay is sponsored by Sprite, giving us a great look at that one. Lock at 6. And it's Boston with another.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
They double team Kobe. Jamison, back to Kobe. Again, the Lakers.
Well, that was a nice start. After having a good first quarter, he's showing us more of the same here.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Hill. World Peace comes in for Pau Gasol. Earl Clark's checked in for Antoine Jamison. And it's Nash in for Steve Blake. Here's Pierce. That's good. And the Celtics lead by 2.
What a luxury it is for Boston to have Paul Pierce on this roster, because when the play breaks down, he's probably as good as anybody in the league at just backing you down, using that strength, using his incredible footwork to get a shot off, not just any shot, a high percentage one.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they've put up this month. The Lakers, number 1.
Yeah, Kevin, it's been a long month for anybody who plays these guys. I mean, they've been shooting the lights out, and it's been game after game after game.
The Lakers making a switch here. Meeks is checked in. Terrence Williams is checked in for the Celtics. Carey comes in for Delonte West. And Paul Pierce, one of the most versatile scorers, Clark, in the NBA.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he can back you down. He can face you up. He works off screens. He can make plays off the dribble for himself or his teammates. He's a multi-pronged problem for the opponents.
Rondo kicks to Bass. Back to Rondo. Garnett outside. The feed to Williams. Over Kobe. Boston. No good that time either.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
And that one's good.
He's been so solid. You've got to keep him out there on the floor. Really doing a nice job for the offense.
Outside Rondo. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And sent back by Howard. It's outside. Incredible shot to beat the buzzer.
Boy, that is such a huge play. I mean, a lot of guys would rush that.
And we're through two here in a good one. Lakers on top, up 4.
It'll be the